If there's not enough time in the day, then you have to make it. People often complain, especially myself, especially back in the day. People often complain that, oh man, I don't have enough time. I'm too busy. I gotta check my schedule. It's just so much on my plate right now. We tell ourselves so many of these type of excuses or reasonings why we can't do something, why we can't show up for something, or why we can't take the time out in our day-to-days to apply that extra time into a bucket that will bring change into us, into a bucket that will bring more life into us, into a bucket that will make us feel more fulfilled. Why don't you eat right? I don't have time. Why don't you go to the gym? I don't have time. Why are you not being proactive and being, putting first things first? I don't have time. We put so much excuses out there in the world, and yet we're expecting results, and yet we're expecting to actually make a change in our life. I started off the video by saying, if you don't have time, then make time. It's important that we do a self-audit. Look at where you're spending most of your time and look at the areas where it's not fruitful at all. If you're spending so much time around negative people, you're spending so much time playing video games, binge watching Netflix, just scrolling down on social media, of course you're gonna feel like you don't have time. You didn't do anything productive. You didn't accomplish anything for the day. You woke up and did the same thing you did yesterday, last week, and the week before that. Of course you're going to feel as if you don't have enough time. Eventually you're gonna have to come to a point in life where you're not worried about having enough time. You're worried about making time. Meaning that you're now taking your focus from what you don't have and you're changing your mindset to sacrificing. So if you don't have time, then make time. That means instead of scrolling aimlessly, you're subtracting that time, you're removing that activity, and you're replacing it with the activity that's more in alignment with where you want your life to go. If you want to get healthier, you're replacing that time of just aimlessly scrolling with cooking healthy foods and meal prepping. If you want to become smarter, if you want to be more well-rounded, you're replacing that time of just aimlessly watching Netflix with activities such as reading, such as advancing, such as learning new skills, such as surrounding yourself with people that are ambitious. If you don't have time, then make time. And I want to share with you guys some tips that will help you find enough time in the day to get the things that you want done. Yes, I understand our day-to-days could be chaotic. We have the jobs that we have to go to. We have kids that we got to respond to. We have extra work, husbands, relationships. But at the end of the day, what you really have is you. And if you're not in the best situation mentally and physically, then you're robbing the universe. You're robbing others of your best self. You're robbing people that depend on you of your best self. So in order to truly be of service, in order to truly serve them, then you have to make time for yourself. And I want to share with you guys 5 tips that are going to help you find time in the day for yourself. Number 1, wake up early. Wake up earlier than you usually wake up. If you wake up at 8 a.m., start waking up at 7 a.m. You wake up at 7 a.m., start waking up at 6 a.m. You wake up at 6 a.m., I say a good time to start your day is 5 a.m. I'm up early. It's quiet. There's no noise. There's no distractions. There's no traffic when I'm heading to the gym. It's just a more quieter pace. I give myself time to actually drag my feet out of the bed. I give myself time to actually start my day. And it's great because no one else is up to distract me from what I had to do. That time, I'm using it in accordance with the things that I truly value. Tip 2, you have to do an audit. You truly have to do an audit of your life. If all you do is come home after a hard days of work and just kick your feet up eating chips while sitting on the couch watching Netflix, of course you're going to feel as if there's not enough time in the day. You have to do an audit so that way you can decide where you want to use your time and operate in a state of efficiency, operate in a state of speed, operate in a state of direction. You don't want to leave things up to hope. You don't want to leave things up to luck. You want to have a schedule that you're going to follow. Tip 3, prioritize your activities ruthlessly. Whatever it is that you made a commitment to, you have to find time. You have to create time. You have to make time in order to fit it into your schedule. Your schedule should revolve around your priorities. You should use that as a building block to get you to one place in life to another. If you want to learn real estate, if you want to become a real estate agent, that you need to make time to study the works. You need to make time to study the skills, the sales aspect. If you want to be a musician, if you want to be a doctor, if you're getting ready to graduate from university, you want to make time and prioritize those activities that are going to help those goals actually come true. Tip 4, start saying no more often. Instead of just randomly, blindly, aimlessly committing to different things that are being thrown at you, people just randomly asking you to take me to the airport, randomly asking you to come pick me up from the corner store, randomly asking you for just random favors. I'm not saying say no to everything, but make sure it's in alignment with your schedule, man. Make sure you're not derailing what you already had set in stone in order to appeal to someone else. Tell them, yo, let me run it past my schedule if I tell you a committed yes, because I don't want to give you a yes if I know I can't truly do it. So instead of telling you yes, this is not a no, let me just get some time to check my schedule. That way you set the right temperature amongst you and that individual that's asking you for a favor, because if you have priorities, then you must tend to those priorities, because they're not going to do it for you. No one else is going to do it for you. It's up to you to do it for you. And tip 5, get organized. Have a schedule, have a planner. Know what you have to do the day before. So that way when that day comes and it's the end of the day, you're checking off complete, done. I did it. Next. And that right there is going to build momentum. It's going to carry on to the next day, the following week, the following month, and the following year. This video right here is to rid you of those excuses of I don't have time. Let's make time. Time is subjective. Find the things that you need to do. Find the things that are a priority and prioritize them into your schedule. It's your boy, DP Motivation. We out, baby. We out.